over to Simon again. I just want to discuss Egypt now. They ran the distance. They produced some real defensive masterclasses, as we mentioned. They only scored 4 goals throughout the entire tournament, but ultimately just fell short. Where to for Carlos Queiroz' men?
Well, it's difficult to say, and it's going to be a hard one to swallow for Carlos Queiroz and the Pharaohs, because ultimately it's as if they played 4 finals in the knockout stages. You know, they beat the Ivory Coast, who were considered the best team from the group stages. Then they beat bitter rivals Morocco. They knocked out hosts Cameroon. I think there will be a lot of questions pointed at Carlos Queiroz in terms of his play, his style. It wasn't very expansive after the group stages. Egyptian fans, by and large, were calling for his head. They were saying he should be sacked immediately, that they would never qualify like that. Let's not forget that they performed poorly in the group stages, losing to Nigeria, then very narrow margins against Sudan and Guinea-Bissau. But ultimately, he took Egypt to another final. But Egypt's style forced them to play those 3 extra periods of added time. It forced them into penalties, and at some point you had the feeling that this Egyptian side would crack, and that's exactly what happened. 2 penalty takers who had poor penalties in the game. It's a difficult one to swallow, but you know, Egypt won't have a lot of time, Jean-Emile, to really think about it, to linger on this defeat, because in a few weeks' time they're going to be playing Senegal again in the World Cup qualifier. So an opportunity for the Pharaohs to get some sort of revenge on losing the Africa Cup of Nations. But of course, you know, we saw the sadness. The players were distraught. Mohamed Salah, the 5th penalty taker, incomprehensible perhaps. That's a debate to have, whether or not your best penalty taker should be the last ones to take a penalty, because had an extra penalty from Egypt gone in, then perhaps they wouldn't have been in the situation they were. But certainly this Egyptian side, with the squad they had, with the tactics they had, did very well to get that far and beat some of the top nations in Africa. So overall, they will probably be quite happy with the performance, but it's just always an agonizing loss to lose on penalties in a final.
Agonizing indeed, Simon. Well,